It is Valentine's Day, so I want to first off give a lot of love out to everyone in the community, and if you enjoy the content that you see here, don't forget to spread some of that love my way as well. Hit the like button, follow, subscribe, share with your friends, give me a comment, all that wonderful stuff. But seeing as today is Valentine's Day, I thought we would count down my 5 favorite romantic books in Star Wars. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into the list. Coming in at number 5 is one of the newest additions to Star Wars canon, Convergence by Zoraida Cordova. This is the first adult novel in Phase 2 of the High Republic. If you're not reading the High Republic, you are missing out. Now, I did not expect this story to be a love story, but I was pleasantly surprised by it. It takes place on the worlds of Irem and Arono, which are 2 planets that have been locked in a generations-long war, and love blossoms between the heirs of Irem and Arono, and the question is, can their love and their union bond these 2 planets that have been at war forever? It is a really good book. There's also another love story within. Overall just a great book and a wonderful little love story, so please go out and read the High Republic. Coming in at number 4 is Queen's Hope by E.K. Johnston. This is the 3rd and final book in the Padme trilogy, the Queen's trilogy, although I consider them to be more of a Sabe trilogy, but that's a conversation for another day. This book really prioritizes Anakin and Padme's relationship as it takes place right before and right after the wedding that we see in Attack of the Clones. So we get that very brief little montage of their wedding. This gives us the before and after. I really think that this book and Brotherhood, which came out right after it, do such a fantastic job of humanizing Anakin Skywalker, and this book does a great job of giving you one of the best looks at their relationship, at Padme and Anakin's relationship outside of the Clone Wars, and really shows you the love between the 2 of them. And so I really appreciate this book. I will admit that the second half plot didn't stick with me, and that's why it's lower on the list, but it is definitely a wonderful read, especially if you are one of the people who really loves Anakin and Padme. Number 3 is The Princess and the Scoundrel by Beth Revis. Now, I absolutely adore the first third of this book. So if you don't know, this book takes place directly after the Battle of Endor. It features the wedding of Han and Leia in canon, and it also gives us their honeymoon on the Halcyon Legacy, which is the ship that is the setting for the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel at Disneyland World, one of those places. It's way too expensive for me, so remember that. But anyway, this book, the beginning is incredible. The love story between Han and Leia has always been one of my absolute favorite things in Star Wars, and this book perfectly captures their relationship, and I love it so much. Now, why this book caps out at number 3 has to be because the middle of the book really feels like an ad for the Galactic Star Cruiser, and that's cool, but as someone who will likely never see that, it just kind of falls flat for me. But all of the relationship parts in this are so good, and I absolutely love Han and Leia, so this book is an easy number 3 for me. Number 2 is Lost Stars by Claudia Gray. Now, this might be a contentious pick for some people because I agree with them that this may be the best Star Wars book ever written. It is definitely up there in the conversation. It is fantastic. If you've never read it, this is essentially the Romeo and Juliet of the Star Wars universe. This is star-crossed lovers who end up on opposite sides of the Empire, one rebellion, and how their story plays out. It is beautiful, poetic, heartbreaking. This is an amazing book. The only reason it is not number 1 is because there is another book that personally meant more to me and hit me a lot harder. But if you have not read Lost Stars, please do so. This is one of the greatest books I've ever read, let alone Star Wars books. It is fantastic. And by the way, if you've noticed that there are no tabs in this book, that is because I only recently bought a physical copy of this book. I have read it digitally multiple times. But yeah, so that's why there's no tabs in this one. But absolutely go and read Lost Stars. This will be a lot of people's number one for perfect reasons. But my number one, let's see what it is. And so we've come to the end of the road. Number one has to be Dark Disciple by Christie Golden. I love this book. Okay, this is one of my all-time favorite books. Top 3 Star Wars books, easy. I love this book. If you are unfamiliar, this book was based on an unaired arc of the Clone Wars. It was supposed to be in season 6. It was cut and instead turned into this book later. In this arc, Quinlan Vos was hired by the Jedi Council, or assigned by the Jedi Council, to assassinate Count Dooku. And in order to do it, he has to team up with Asajj Ventress, who is going to train him how to tap into the dark side to be able to kill Count Dooku. And along the way, the two of them fall in love. It is heartbreaking. It is amazing. I love this book. Even if you are not a reader, if you do not read books, read Dark Disciple, because it's so easy to visualize. Since it is based on an unaired arc of Clone Wars, it feels like it could be episodes of the series. It plays like one. It is such a fantastic book. If you have the opportunity, please read this story. I cannot recommend it highly enough. And that's going to do it for my top 5 favorite romantic Star Wars books. Let me know some of your favorite books, whether they're Star Wars or otherwise, in the comments down below. Don't forget to spread the love, like, share, subscribe, all of that wonderful stuff. And remember, no matter what you're doing, no matter who you're doing it with today, you are loved from here no matter what. Okay, I love each and every one of you. I hope you have a great day. And don't forget, tomorrow is a holiday too. It's National Half Off Valentine's Chocolate Day. So until next time,
you are now leaving the SK base. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And never forget, the Force will be with you, always.